The buzzing kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Duke's offense will have the football first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence. And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Black. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Blue Devils come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's looking to pass. They're setting up the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock him up close to their goal line. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years...
There he goes! He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. No one's going to get it. Touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quick release by the QB. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
And the Blue Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The pressure. Finds his man. It's Black. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. They'll run it from the gun. Got a little space. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play. And a 1st down just outside the red zone. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. Into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Can't get him to the ground. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time play. Outside, picks up the 1st.
As a quarterback, I'm trying to find my matchup, Get the ball to my guy so he can do something with it after the catch. When you put it on his body, he can catch it and then break a tackle and make a play happen like he did just there.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Motion from the wideout. Hands it off. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Using his legs, it's break. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, putting his foot in the ground, trying to cut to the inside. Just not able to be on the same page there.
Quick completion on the out route. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hamilton. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. This defense just can't get off the... The offense unstoppable. Third down play from the gun. Punch it out of the air. And it's in there for a touchdown. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And here's the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hold, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Off play action. Bring in the heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10, and he will house it. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Here comes the offense on second down. Let's go! Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Montgomery. On the move is the 30. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Montgomery. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. To the air on first down. Floating away. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line. Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Black. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit, against this dude and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Third and goal from the 1, and we'll see if they try it again through the air after the incompletion. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's more. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little Brown to cover to pick up the first. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville.
The Blue Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Trying to set the tone with the run. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. All the way in for the touchdown.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going back.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. Off and running. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. How about this change? Play it safe. Don't make a mistake deep in your own end. Suddenly you're in plus territory and on the attack. Under fire. Keeps it going. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Handoff to the single back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Got room to work. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
2nd and short is a great situation at the end. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Hamilton. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down. Just keeps swinging it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And how about that DB get? In there and forcing the incomplete pass.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Back to pass. Got a man. It's Black. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Nice move there. Ran right through the... Oh, another great move. They get this sophomore on. But he continues to make plays.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explode through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
Wants to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Black.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Blue Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Gets away. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
The give on the option. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Powers forward. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Great job by the back on the option. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead on how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess, have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 24 to Purdue. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Across the 25, he's got room. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And into the end zone for a touchdown. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything, and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball. Very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something. And
a shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking.
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep one.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big and they take over. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They think there's room to run to the right here.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They feed him again. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game. Not.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The give on the inside.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the